Hey everybody, Jake here, and if you are new to the channel, as I'm sure some people are definitely new to the channel, then let me be the very first to say welcome to the hobby. Every single Thursday I do news type style videos where I focus on all of the recent changes and shifts in the Pokemon card collecting hobby. And this episode is jam-packed full of amazing stuff because boy, has it been an earth-shattering week. There's been just so many changes in the Pokemon card collecting hobby. The biggest news right now is definitely how fast the hobby has grown over the last 3 or 4 weeks. We're getting a huge influx of both new collectors as well as old-time collectors who have sort of just reawakened their passion for the hobby, and I really appreciate that because I was one of those person who really enjoyed Pokemon cards as a kid, and over time I just realized, oh my goodness, I'm still interested in this as an adult, and now I can be even more passionate about it than even before. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I'm glad to have you guys here. So what is the current biggest news in the Pokemon card collecting hobby? The biggest news is definitely the dynamic shift that we are seeing in Pokemon card prices that are pretty much all related to base set. Anything related to base set right now is extremely hot and increasing pretty much at the same pace, regardless if it is vintage as well as modern, because pretty much there is different price levels for all kinds of different collectors, from the uber, high-end collectors all the way down to a casual collectors. There's a little bit of something for everyone, and pretty much it's all moving up at the same pace, which is what I like to see. In general, the biggest movers in vintage would be the 1999 English base set as well as the Japanese 1996 base set. Both of these are moving around the same pace. We're going to use unlimited base set booster packs as an example. The English 1999 unlimited base set booster pack was selling for around $200 per booster pack at the start of October, and right now we're seeing prices range around $700 to $800. Same thing with the 1996 Japanese base set booster pack. Gorgeous artwork. These were selling for around $100 to $120 at the start of October, and right now these are now around the range of $400 per booster pack. So you're seeing around the same level of movements in both Japanese and English, so it is not related to either. Some people would say, which one should you pick? They're all moving around the same pace. They move together. They're sort of like substitute goods, so if you can't purchase one, you're pretty likely to purchase the other one. And the multiplier they're moving by is around 3 to 4 times, so definitely some huge shift for a very short period of time. We're also seeing a lot of movements in modern Pokemon card sets that are specifically related to the original base set. So we're talking about XY Evolution. A booster box of XY Evolutions, you could find one on sale in October for around $150, and right now you can hope to find one at closer to $500 range. Same with CPC6, which is the Japanese version of XY Evolutions. A booster box of CP6 was around $500 for a booster box, and now you can probably find one at closer to $1,500 per booster box. So you're seeing the same level of shifts in both vintage and modern. Vintage is a little bit stronger. There's more people that would desire vintage over modern, but definitely modern is shifting in the same sort of direction. All of these sets are, as I stated, related to the original Pokemon base set printing. So that's the big reason. It's the heavy hitting reason. It's nostalgia. As well, you're also seeing some movements in other sets. These include stuff like Hard Gold, Soul Silver, Platinum, Black and White. The other sets in the Pokemon card hobby are also seeing movements, but to a less extreme. You're seeing around a 50% upward tick in these packs, so not too shabby for all the other sets. Doing pretty darn good as well. Not as good as the original base set, but that is why the original base set is just so much more popular than just about anything else in the hobby. If you are a returning Pokemon card collector or a freshly starting out one, and you're looking for a starting point, because I'll be honest, the hobby is very vast with over 20 years of a very rich history. So where is a good starting point? I pretty much always recommend people start at the original base set, and there are different price points that you can start at. Certainly the most affordable one would be the unlimited base set, which is still very affordable. Most of the holo rares in the original base set you can purchase for around $20. The most expensive one is definitely going to be Charizard. If you're savvy about it, you might be able to find Charizard within around $300 to $500 for an ungraded copy. It will provide you a little bit of challenge, but it is a very, very rewarding set to collect. And as you can see, it is one of the fastest growing set because of how in demand it is. The original base set is so popular, and it is the most well-known Pokemon card set of all time. Everyone can pretty much recognize the artwork from the original base set, making it one of the most popular and in-demand set for future generations. So it's going to be a hot set pretty much forever. When people say what is some of the best items to collect, the answer for now and the next 20 years will probably still be base set. Amazing artwork, still brings me so much emotions out of myself from looking at these cards. So a really cool set to start, and I can't gush over the set enough. Definitely, it's a fun set to start, and you can really upgrade it too. So maybe you have a slightly rare version of Charizard, and over time, as you build up your collection, you can improve upon it. So you have a PSA 6 Charizard, maybe in a year you get a PSA 7, and then a year you get a PSA 8. So over time, it is a fun set to see some progression in. If you are currently looking to purchase some Pokemon cards, then definitely check out PWCC Auctions, as they are currently hosting their upcoming Pokemon card collection. Tons of Pokemon cards are currently available for auction. There are many high-end trophy cards, as well as many cheap PSA 10 cards up for grabs, and I always like to hunt through these auctions and hopefully get some really good deals on some cards that I wanted to add to my own personal collections. Some of the heavy hitting cards that are currently available in this PWCC auction include a first edition Charizard at a BGS 9.5, which many consider to be on par with a PSA 10. These cards are very expensive right now, considering that one just sold at auction for over 220K, and the current highest bid for this first edition BGS 9.5 Charizard is $127,000, and the auction will end in the next 4 or 5 days. Another one that I am definitely going to be watching is the Kangaskhan trophy card PSA 10. This one is going to be one for the record books. The highest bid on this card is currently around like $40,000 or $50,000, but it can go well past $100,000. So this is one I'm definitely going to be eyeing out for, because it would totally make my top 10 list of the most expensive Pokemon card. And I've been waiting for a PSA 10 copy of this card to sell for a long time. We also have a PSA 10 Tropical Wind Mega Battle card, a ton of other really unique trophy cards. We have booster boxes from the original base set. We got first edition Jungle, first edition Fossil. So a ton of really amazing Pokemon card items are up for grabs, and it doesn't have to be just expensive. There are plenty of auctions that are within the $50 to $100 range. So if you're looking to purchase something that is a little bit more cost effective, then there are certainly some fun options for you if you want to just get your starting out collections in some PSA graded cards. There are a lot of options right now on the PWCC store. As well, we have another huge news, and this one is really close to my own heart, and that is an upcoming Pikachu promo boxes. As you guys can tell, I am a huge fan of the Pikachu boxes because they are gorgeous display pieces, and people ask me all the time, Jake, how do I get in on the next one? And the next one is coming, and I am really excited for this because the artwork hits so hard, because it is an amazing piece. I have to show it to you guys right away. An absolutely gorgeous box. This is the Kanazawa Pokemon Special Box, and it is going to be released on November 20th, which is to commemorate the release of a brand new Pokemon Center in Kanazawa. The artwork on this box is absolutely gorgeous. We have a female Pikachu on the box, as well as Milotic and Sobble, and a collection of other Pokemon friends. The artwork is really nice, and it is meant to represent the culture of Kanazawa, which is a city on the western side of Japan. A really gorgeous city that I would love to visit someday. It was one of the few cities that were not bombed in the war, so a lot of the streets and culture in Kanazawa is very much intact, and it can be seen inside of the artwork. You have the beautiful castle in the background. You have the cherry blossom representing their cherry blossom festival that happens around March and April, as well as all these really colorful balls, which I had to actually research on, which I found really intriguing. These are handballs made from finely sewn threads that were given out to young girls in the Edo period in Japan, and these were meant to be sort of like play items, but also really gorgeous craftsmanship, and a lot of people would try to create the most extravagant handball they can. So the artwork really showcases that with a lot of beautiful different designs. Inside of the special box, you get a slew of over 18 packs from all different kinds of Japanese booster packs from the latest sets. So you got stuff like Vivid Voltage as well. I think you also get some Shiny Star V packs, which are really cool. That box might be worth it to open just for those Shiny Star V packs. But as well, you get 3 promos inside of the box. This includes a Milotic, beautiful artwork, a Sobble, as well as the Kanazawa Pikachu, gorgeous artwork. All 3 are in sort of like a holographic reverse kind of design. I think all 3 are really desirable. As well, during this whole entire event, if you were to walk into any Pokemon Center in Japan, they will hand you a free holographic stamp Kanazawa Pikachu. You don't have to make a single purchase. All you have to do is go inside of the Pokemon Center and this card is handed to you. That blows my mind. That is such a cool promo. Makes me really jealous that I am currently not in Japan, but in general, really cool design, really cool artwork. I'm definitely gonna have to collect multiple copies of this card, and definitely that special box is going to make it into my display for sure. Alright everybody, that's the end of today's video. I know we just did an upload just yesterday on XY Evolutions, and I really enjoy uploading that video as well as going over all the comments. It was definitely a heated conversation. You had a very divisive group in both categories of people who say XY Evolutions is completely overrated, as well as the group of people who say no, XY Evolution is great and it's completely out of print. And I'm somewhere in the middle where I can see the point of views of both sides, and considering that I have a voice in the hobby, I try my best to err on the side of caution. I think it would be irresponsible of me if I didn't warn people about the potential risk that would be involved in throwing $500 into a modern booster box. And the best case example I could make was definitely with all the high rises that we are seeing in all of the different products that are related to base set. This includes base set Unlimited, the 1996 base set, as well as CPC6 and XY Evolutions. Of those 4 products, the only one that you can still find on store shelves is definitely XY Evolutions, and all 4 products are pretty much climbing at the exact same rate. So when you just think about it logically, why would you pick XY Evolutions when you can pick the other ones, which are just lower risk with the same amount of growth? That is just the logic behind what I'm currently thinking, which is why I say, hey, XY Evolutions is a fun set, and I definitely have some sealed XY Evolutions in my own collections in both Elite Trainer boxes as well as booster boxes, and those are going to be saved for the future because I think it'll be very fun to open XY Evolutions in 20 years. But in general, I still think it's better to err on the side of caution. If all else is equal and everything is growing at the same rate, why would you pick up XY evolutions is my only question. So I hope that was a reasonable enough explanation. So thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. I'll be sure to be reading some comments, so thank you so much for watching.